How's it going, guys? My name is AK, back again with another YouTube video, and in today's video I'll be explaining what Challengers Points, or Pro Points as they're sometimes known as, what they are and why they're so important for people that want to go pro in Call of Duty. So this video is going to be for people that probably don't have much experience playing in competitive Call of Duty. Maybe you've only just got into the scene, or maybe you're only turning 18 soon, being that is one of the requirements for Pro Points, but I'll get into all of that in a little bit. But anyway, if you find this video helpful, be sure to drop a like. It really helps out with the YouTube algorithm, and I'm very grateful. But with that said and done, let's jump straight into it. So pro points or challengers points are points that a player sort of can accumulate and earn by winning either pro point matches on the pro point ladder. I'll get into how that works in a little bit, or also winning or placing well in pro point tournaments that will give out more and more pro points as you progress further into the tournament. So I'll bring up my account, for example. Here we have 675. So this is what I've got since the start of the year. This is by no means the max pro points, but yeah, this is the number that I have. And as time goes on, the more matches I win, and if I place well in tournaments, that number will go up. So why bother getting pro points? What are they actually used for? Well, the main thing they're used for is seeding into events. So every 2 weeks or so, there is a 2K, a 2,000 pro point tournament. And so the more pro points you have combined as a team determines your seed into the tournament. So teams that are seeded higher with more pro points will have easier bracket runs to get through the tournament compared to teams that are lower seeded, because the lower seeded teams will come up against the higher seeded teams first, which is why if you have no pro points, and you enter a tournament, chances are you're not going to get very far because very early on you'll be playing some of the better teams. So having more pro points as a team means you'll get the easier seeding, which means you can get through the first few rounds and then hopefully land in, I believe, top 64 is where you start getting more pro points for actually competing in the tournament. So more pro points makes more pro points. Now, when LAN events return, this is also going to be what factors into seeding at LAN events, which is arguably even more important than the online 2K tournaments, because there's a lot more pro points on the line, there's a lot more to prove. So being able to make a good run through a LAN event is going to do a lot for you as a competitive Call of Duty player. So making sure you've got as many pro points as possible to make that run as easy as possible is very important. Finally, things like the Challengers Elite and the Scouting Series, these sort of new initiatives by the Call of Duty League to bring up new talent, I guess. These also, or entry to these, is determined by pro points and who has the most pro points from the year before. So if that's something that you want to try and get into, which if you're going to try and go pro, I guess is probably something you do want to get into, again, making sure that you're maxing out your pro points is very important. So other than these 2K tournaments, how do you earn pro points? Well, the main way you get them is through the pro point ladder. So if you go onto Game Battles, I'm sure you guys are familiar with Game Battles if you want to play competitive Call of Duty. If not, definitely find out what Game Battles is. And then on there is a pro point ladder. So the way the Pro Point Match Finder works is you either post the game up or you accept it, just like the normal Game Battles ladder, and then you get a match against another team, and then the winner of the team earns the Pro Points. Now, a quick tip for people that are starting out and maybe aren't the best, you want to try and look for games with a high dispute percentage. That is shown on Game Battles on the Match Finder. A high dispute percentage somewhat correlates to worse teams. So if you see something with, say, 5% or above, if you're not very good, or you're with a team that aren't very good, maybe, you've probably got a better chance of beating those compared to the 2%. If you accept them, you're likely going to be getting some of the top teams over and over again. And yeah, that's not going to be very good because you're probably not going to win. So what actually features in a Pro Point series? So you've accepted your match. What it is a best of 3 series. The general format is a hard point, an S&D, and then a control of the competitive map set. Now, if you want to find out the official competitive map set, it does change slightly every so once in a while, but the updated version will be on the Call of Duty League website. The chances are, if you're playing pro points, you know all the maps, and you're scrimming them regularly with a team. You don't actually have to play with a set roster. You can just have pickup teams for pro points. So go onto Twitter, ask if anyone wants to play pro points, find some players, and make sure you're getting your points. So it's best of 3 series. So again, first to 2 map wins actually wins the series. Now the way the pro point system works is you can actually only get 100 points a week, and you get 5 points per win, plus an extra 10 points for your first win of the day. So your first win of the day will give you 15 points, and then every consecutive win from there gives you another 5. So if you get one every day, that would be 105. You don't get the extra 5. The max you can get is 100. But if you get one every day, you'll get your pro points for the week done sorted. But if you'd rather have a few days off, then you're probably going to have to play quite a few more matches just throughout the week to try and earn extra pro points, so that you don't have to play on the other days. Now, again, it's very important to make sure that you're getting these max weekly pro points, or certainly as close to the max as you can actually fit in, just because chances are the other teams are also going to be getting their max pro points. So when it comes to the seeding, you want to be as high as possible. Now, there is one little thing I should mention. I know Game Battles are sort of phasing out their Game Battles Premium at the moment. It's not really, they're not selling it anymore, but there are still a few accounts that have had it bought, and so they still have it. Premium matches can actually have different map sets, so they might not necessarily be hardpoint S&D control, they can be hardpoint control or S&D control, depending on what the premium team wishes to select as a match. So if you're a premium team or you're playing against a premium team, just make sure you watch out for that, but shouldn't really be a problem. So hopefully this has cleared up the pro point system for you. If you found this video helpful, be sure to drop a like, and good luck out there getting your pro points. So if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. I make competitive Call of Duty videos on all sorts. There's also a playlist down in the description that will have all my bomb spots, sniping spots, map guides for all of the maps in all of the modes. I make a lot of competitive Call of Duty content, and if you want to get better at the game, I'm sure you're going to love that. Well, that's then done. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.